Hello, everyone. Kristen, Jonathan, Jenny. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm actually in the woods. Can you see? There's just the woods here. I'm in the Russian fairy tale, winter fairy tale. You're becoming a groupie. Well, Jonathan, actually, one of the haygoers, I think it was Karen from Manchester, she actually came up with a thing, yeah, and I added exactly, Kristen. Thank you so much. So I kind of like it. It's dark, yes. Hi, Barbara. Thank you so much for joining. Aren't you supposed to be on your way to work? Andrew, hi. Good to see you. Or should be all right. Or maybe Barbara should be sleeping because she has to work next morning. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much for dropping by. Well, Barbara, it's for you since you're leaving soon. I really want to show you and everyone else. Well, first come, first served, right? So, actually, isn't it a winter fairy tale, royal style, St. Petersburg style? Noreen, good to see you. So, what do you think, haygoers? Has it been worth it coming here in minus 15 degrees Celsius? That's exactly how it feels. Yeah, so I'm just showing you around. And just in case if you're wondering, this is not well, this is a field, and over there is a little New Year market and a skating ring and whatnot. Hi Tom, good to see you. So Tom is here, my colleague from Krakow. I'm just showing around showing our haygoers around a little bit, especially those who need to leave early. I know I had to reschedule the tour because of this silly changes. Well, they're not silly; they kind of a necessity, I believe, because of all the COVID restrictions and everything. So things are being changed and rescheduled here. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, that's definitely snow. Hi, Neda. Good to see you. Hi, Jill. Lorene, Karen, you're here. Hello. Richard, thank you so much for joining. Great. The only thing that stays the same is change. Right. Well, again, many thanks to everyone who managed to join 1 hour and a half earlier. I really wanted you to see that thing still working with the lights on and everything. Yeah, so hopefully they're not gonna close it down. They shouldn't. And I should tell you that again, it's still not even a holiday week. Well, for most school kids, let's say for like primary school, for secondary school, yeah, it's it's already Christmas holidays, so New Year holidays have all just started. It's the first day, but people are actually still at work, and the last day, the last office day could be December 30 or even December 31st, like a short day, and then people are gonna rush home to cook stuff. Karen, what message came out? Hi, Joanne, good to see you. Oh my goodness, you left your friends early to just join the tour. My goodness, Karen, thank you so much. I hope your friends are not mad at you. I don't want for this to happen. Yeah, Andrew, actually, you're super early, super early. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. So. That's just a little teaser. It's not everything we're going to see tonight. So I should tell you that there's a bit of a distance for me to walk because it's a park, but it's okay because I really need to keep myself warm because it's it's freezing cold. Hi everyone. We still have 4 minutes before we start. Kristen, thank you so much. You're so early. Hi Laurie. Kun is in person France. Yeah, I believe this is one of the side effects of virtual touring. Yeah, I believe so. So maybe there should be some sort of a disclaimer, or like what they do with the mat with just mad saying like some side effects. So causes addiction, and also less need in real life friends. I'm joking, of course. Opposite of white nights, it never gets completely sunny. John, I wouldn't say it's the opposite. No, it's not like this. So you can find the opposites like in Murmansk and some northern territories already. Like we are, let's say, on the 59th parallel north, and Murmansk is already like 60th and up north. So you get polar nights and polar days. But here's basically, we have to make it up for white nights. So it gets right now in December and January it gets dark very early, like at 5. It's already pitch dark. So question, near to winter solstice as we are, is there any time of day that sun is out and feels like daylight? No, we just have daylight. It's just very short. So don't confuse it with the polar days and polar nights when you have like half a year it's polar day and half a year it's polar night. No, it's not as bad as you might think. Hopefully, luckily. But the question is very good. Yeah, because most of the time that you've seen me in December, it's already dark, and yeah, you cannot but help wondering if it's dark all the time. No, it just gets. I would say the sunrise today was about 10 in the morning. Well, like 9:30, you could already believe it's some sort of daylight, and then yeah, by 10 it was already pretty daytime. Yeah, and so at around 5 it's already pretty dark. Hi Rita, Carol, good to see you. Honda, MK, Wendy. So I have an answer. Oh, Barbara Nelson, good to see you. Valentina. Words of friends are the best. Couldn't agree more, Ned. I couldn't agree more. Well, Karen, just hope your friends are not mad at you for leaving early. Hello, Wendy. Good to see you. So let me show you around a little bit. Oh, thank you, Rita. Thank you. I enjoyed it too. I was happy to guide you around that place. It's a lovely thing. It's a, let's say, such a big crafts market. It's a once in a year thing for St. Petersburg, like a tradition. But there's going to be one more local market in the round-shaped courtyard of the New Holland Island. We've been there already this December, but we didn't see the Christmas market because we weren't actually sure if there's gonna be any Christmas market. But there is a market finally, and there finally is a Christmas tree in a beautiful round-shaped courtyard. So if you could just check out my channel, hey, go if somebody could share the link, so that would be awesome. It's gonna be my last Hago tour this year. This year, this year. We're gonna be just shopping virtually, right? Just do window shopping, virtual window shopping, and then we're gonna just inside, just enjoy the views of the courtyard of the Christmas tree. It's always nice, and it's always really nicely decorated for any holiday. And then we're gonna grab a snack and some local drink, And I'll finally just be sharing with you some traditions of a modern day. No, last to this year. This year. Just wanted to add some suspense, but probably that might have been a bit too much of a suspense, right? Okay, and that's what's gonna be. And we're gonna talk about some modern day traditions. And tomorrow, it should be around 10 p.m. my time, pretty late, right before John Wright's tour about, well, like Christmas traditions and history. So it's going to be my tour. I'll be just telling you about the new year royal style, how we started the tradition of celebration, where the traditions come from, the customs, and how the royals, I mean, the Romanov family would throw their parties, what they would do, what the traditions would be. It's going to be fun. I'll be taking to some unexpected spots as well. Well, it's going to be fun. So, and then the day after tomorrow, I'll be taking you to. So on the 29th, so tomorrow is the Palace Square. So it's just then there's going to be the Boble workshop, and then on the 30th, there's going to be the New Holland Island. Thank you so much. Yeah, with Elizabeth, yeah, totally understand. Okay, so there's just a little teaser, and that we begin. Thank you everyone for showing the links, for sharing the links and everything. Well, Rita, I bought earrings right from the market. Well, it's time to begin. I don't mean to waste any minute because territory is huge and I need to make sure we do everything on time. I don't want to keep you any longer. So, hello everyone. My name is Anna. I'm a licensed tour guide to St. Petersburg. For those who see you for the first time, thank you so much for joining. And today we're exploring, I would say, some sort of a distant corner of St. Petersburg, which is, I would say, an oasis of nature. And every summer, it's, the place where you can have the breath of fresh air and feel closer to nature, like back to nature. But when it's winter time, it's Russian winter fairy tale for sure. And it's a combination of nature, architecture, history, um, and just pure fun. So let the tour begin. Again, flipping the camera. I'll try to keep up with the chat, which is not always easy, but well, I hope you're going to enjoy the views, and I hope my gimbal is not going to die, and my gadgets are not going to act up because of the cold. So welcome to Yelagin Park, um, located on the Yelagin Island. That's just it. Let me just show you why it is called so. It's a strange name, not very easy to remember unless you speak Russian. So, and I definitely owe you some explanation here. So, basically, Yelagin was the last name of one of the associates of Catherine the Great. This would be it. So these lands, St. Petersburg was founded in 1703 by Peter the Great, and then Peter the Great, he was in a hurry, to establish the city, to build it, and he would give away, he would give the plots of land for free to his associates, and this plot of land would be used by some aristocrats. And then when Catherine the Great came into power, well, I definitely feel like I should be showing you portrait again. That's Peter the Great, but of course he didn't see any of this. No, nothing, nothing. That's just the founder of the city. Well, and I'm sure Catherine the Great. So Catherine the Great gave this land to just one of her associates. He was also the member of the Freemasons. Um, Yelagin, that was just his last name. He was a pretty important statesman, but he wouldn't do anything like outstanding. He was notorious for gambling and some other things, but he has left his name in history for sure. So now we know there is a Yelagin Island, the Yelagin Park, the Yelagin Palace. But what you see here, we're going to walk around. Hi, John, Jackie, Liza. We just started. So we're going to walk around. We're going to see from from different sides, and we're going to walk around the park and see also the beautiful decorations over there. And it also feels like I should definitely show you the street lamps. I think they're also works of art, just amazing. I'm so in love with this place. Yeah, well, hopefully Clive will be able to join us, but that's all right. We have Karen here, so and definitely I'll be looking forward to the postcards. I've never taken Hey Goers to this place before, and I should tell you, actually, there's a reason for it. I wanted to show you the place in winter. We're gonna walk there in a minute, but first, I want to take you to show you the back of the palace and show you one thing, pretty special one. So I love the way the palace is illuminated. It's been recently restored, I should tell you. And the palace itself, the way it looks now, it was constructed, well, it was finished by 1820s, 1815, 1820s, to commission of Russian Emperor Alexander the First. He was grandson to Catherine the Great, and he is most famous for one thing: he defeated Napoleon. So this is him. This is Alexander the First of Russia, Romanov family member for sure, and he was grandson, the apple of Catherine the Great's eye. And he was named after Alexander the Great. So there definitely were lots of expectations from him, that's for sure. So when he built it for his mom, Empress Maria Feodorovna, let me show you her portrait. Well, this is her already in her, I would say, this is seasoned Maria Feodorovna. So it's already, she's dowager empress. As you see, she's wearing black. That's because her husband by that time had already died. And many of you might actually recognize her. Well, it's not easy, to about Russian history and Russian names, but if I show you this portrait, you actually might recognize it. Thank you, Karen. This is great. So this is not Maria Feodorovna. This is Maria Feodorovna's husband, Peter the Paul the First. It's Paul, Emperor Paul. So the one who, my goodness, it gets blurry. Okay, that's good. So just in case you're wondering, this is water. It's frozen and covered with snow, like a blanket of snow. We have a bunch of ponds here, all artificial ponds. Okay, just give me a moment. I don't want to show you the palace. I just need to make sure show it to you from the best angle possible. Right. I've asked about her before. So that's the palace. From the other side, quite unexpected, right? So architecture, you know what, actually the architect, yes, I'll also be going Adam for sure, and I will also walk an extra mile literally, because I want to show it to you from afar, for like proper postcards. Thank you for all these hearts. This is so heartwarming. Yeah. So let me just show you, tell you more about the architect. So the architect, anybody who's planning their trip to St. Petersburg should at least know this architect, Carlo Rossi. Obviously, St. Petersburg is so different from any other Russian city because it was built by European, architects. I'm going Adam here on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Vertical. Oh, from watching from Cape Town. My goodness. I love it. So it might be also a nice postcard opportunity if you are into this vertical shots. Okay, and I'm going backwards on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, so let's just walk a little bit if you don't mind. I promise it's worth it. And it's going to be just a walk in the woods. That's for sure. So Carlo Rossi is the architect who basically made St. Petersburg look the way it looks now, with all the ensembles, like for example, there's even a street named after Carlo Rossi. One of the buildings we're going to see tomorrow on the palace square, like the general staff building, it was built by Carlo Rossi. And no wonder that, along with dozens of the ensembles that he built for St. Petersburg, Yelagin Palace is also in the UNESCO World Heritage List. Just in case, it might be a bit too dark, but I'm not here for the, well, yeah, what you see here, the green, like all the plants, the trees, are actually part of an old growth forest. And what you see here is a 3-year-old oak. Yeah, but definitely, and that's just, these are the ponds. And you see there is a fence here, so they are closely guarded. And there is a lovely tradition. I'm going at them here on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Kristen, thank you so much for appreciating it. Well, I really want to share the beauty of the place with you, especially because I have never taken hay goers here before. Never. So I believe it might be really interesting. Okay, going back to the horizontal mode. 1, 2, 3. So we're just gonna walk a little bit because I want you to see the palace from afar and to appreciate the work of the restorators, obviously, and Carlo Rossi. So the Dowager Empress will be living here, let's say, in her like mature elderly years. And Alexander would do everything. He was like catering her because you know that Paul, but some of you know that Paul was assassinated in his own castle by his own associates. So it was like a big, big treason. And even Alexander, so his son, the future emperor, the heir apparent to the throne, he was involved in the plot. However, we don't believe, like historians are not inclined to believe that he actually knew that his father would be killed, but he kind of felt he was guilty, and he kind of knew that his mom also knew that. So he wanted to cater her. He would really, he would follow every whimsy of Maria Feodorovna, of the Dowager Empress. Liz, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all these hearts. That's the best. That's the best point. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it so much. I'm loving it so much. Unbelievable. And then all this snow here and all these lights and the skies. Oh, this is so beautiful. Love it. Really takes my breath away. I'm speechless. Makes me absolutely speechless. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I've been like keeping this place away from you, or you away from this place. I don't really know how to put it in a better way. Because I really wanted to leave it for dessert, you know. But obviously we're going here in summer too. It's a lovely, lovely nook. No, sometimes I am a bit speechless, but I'm a chatterbox, so it's all right. Yes, keep it a secret from me. All right, so let me show you just a few more images over here. So Maria Fedorovna, she wasn't exactly the party animal. Uh, I haven't mentioned yet what's inside, but I will, Diana. It's a museum now, but it used to be the royal palace. And Maria Fedorovna wasn't exactly, the party animal, but she obviously would throw parties. But since it's a Christmas special tour, I'm definitely going to be talking about some related things. But I should disappoint you. So up until 1850s, there were no like Christmas parties. They were no big Christmas decorations. There were no Christmas trees installed in any royal residences. No, it would be exactly Maria Fedorovna's son Nicholas I, whose wife would start the tradition. She would bring it from Germany because she was a German princess, and I'm going to be sharing it in details tomorrow night when we're having a tour around the palace square. So I'll be happy to see you tomorrow. But tonight, it's a bit different. So we just had Christmas services in churches, like church services, but and just a little, some sort of a dinner afterwards, like next day. But this was it. But things changed with, well, when another Maria Fyodorovna, you would be surprised to know, but actually the two, I would say, big um, owners and residents of the place would be named the same way, Maria Fyodorovna. I love the contrast too. I love the skies. Actually, the skies look even more magnificent from the screen. I mean, it's nothing like that. Like when I just see it, I'm just looking at it with my own eyes. This is great. Huh. Great. The trees in front of the building make for lovely photos. Yeah. Well, it's like the place is, I would say, it's a picture perfect place for sure. Absolutely. So, but I should tell you that this is still an unbidden spot too. We're going backwards to the other facade to come closer to the lions, to enjoy the lights, take postcards, and those lamps, those street lamps, I'm absolutely in love with them. So Carlo Rossi was the architect. So thank you, Anne. Thank you for the tipping. So he definitely, his attention to the smallest details, to every nuance. Yes, he definitely knew his trade. Absolutely. So let me take you just probably here. We're gonna walk. So the other owner of the place would be another empress, another Maria Fyodorovna. She would be wife to Emperor Alexander III. Okay, of course, photographs are coming your way. Just need to switch it on. So this is Alexander III. So many of you already recognize this Russian bear. That's how he was referred to, Russian bear on the throne. So Alexander III. And so the Dowager Empress, well, not yet Dowager, so Maria Fyodorovna, actually a Danish princess from Dagmara family. So she would be living here also already after her husband's death. And just in case, Maria Fyodorovna and Alexander III would be parents to Nicholas II, the last Russian emperor. And needless to say that Nicholas II and his family would be coming here, especially in summertime, but not only. And I'll be showing you some photographs that I found that it's taken me a while, but I did it. So there you go. So we're here in the overlooking the big field. It was called like a Maslenitsa field because they were like really big Maslenitsa celebrations. Maslenitsa is, like Shroud Friday or something like that. So it's like a big pagan time holidays, celebrating spring coming just before Lent, like a pre-Lent celebrations here. So it does look like a pond, but it's not. So it's in Russian. It's Maslenichny Lug because of Maslenitsa, and of course I'll definitely be taking you. Yeah, Diana, the lamps are gorgeous, and I'll be taking you to the lions. So lions, I love the way this lion looks with the street lamp and the tree. So lions are the symbols of St. Petersburg. They're like, like watch guards. Yeah, they're like guards of St. Petersburg and symbols of St. Petersburg. We have, I believe, hundreds, maybe 1,000 of lions, everywhere in the city in its architecture. Well, like these lions, you see they're holding, so it's holding a ball with its paw. So just not to fall asleep, because if you fall asleep, he will just lose the ball. The ball falls down, and he would be awake. This is it. So I'll say that definitely lions are a big thing Corinthian columns, most popular. I would say, um, I wouldn't say exactly Corinthian. I would say that different kinds of columns because St. Petersburg is the city. I sometimes refer to it as architectural schizophrenia. I don't really like the term, but I've never heard anybody else using it. So maybe that's kind of indicative of not very not very good wording. But so St. Petersburg is, I would say, like has taken the quintessence from every architectural style. So you can find different kinds of columns, different orders, different styles, because it was built well in just 300 years with so many different architects. Most of them would be European architects, and so you just have to come and see, and you'll see for yourself that there's like different styles, different architecture. So, and obviously this would be first of all the summer residence, and Maria Feodorovna was actually a party animal, the second Maria Feodorovna. So this one, the Dagmara princess, or the Danish princess, and she was probably one of the biggest party animals in the history of the Romanov family of St. Petersburg. Did this palace get ruined during the siege? Cheryl, I will get to that. Yes, it did, pretty badly. So, and here's the story. So, Maria Feodorovna also loved Christmas parties, Christmas balls, I would say, like Christmas dancing parties. However, I'm going to be sharing a story of one Christmas celebration. However, it didn't take place in this palace, but it did take place at the same time. Yeah, well, when Maria Feodorovna was actually living in this palace. So, but the Christmas party, the Christmas dancing party, was for like 400 plus people. So there was no way this small palace could actually house everybody. I think from here it would also look quite nicely. Let me stop somewhere. Yeah, let me stop somewhere here. By the way, before I forget, this building actually pretty much resembles the White House to me. I mean, just the architecture, just like the plan of it, right? So the outlay, the layout of the building, just a little bit. Hi, Joy. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, just believe so. It's very stunning. Oh, Carla, thank you so much. Much more prettier than the White House. Well, White House is, well, it's just a bit different thing, right? So, yeah, but there was like fun palace, well, fun for dowager empresses. So, yeah. So let me just tell you one story. So when Dagmara, as we go, I will be giving you the story, sharing with you a story of a Christmas party, the Christmas ball, and then I'll also be just showing you the buildings over here. So let's go this way. Otherwise, it would be absolutely impossible to follow the narrative. Just in case this semicircular building, it's not illuminated though, sadly. This is kitchen. It's not a museum. Well, it wasn't a museum, It wasn't used to store works of art. It was just a kitchen. It was a tradition because, well, it was basically, like a common sense to build a kitchen where there's open fire far away from the main house, because the conflagration was a big threat. Always. Just some sculptures here, and the kitchen was connected with the palace through the underground passage. There was an underground passage to the palace, right to the big ballroom. The ballroom connected with the dancing room, with the dining room. I love this. That's beautiful. I'm loving it so much. Link is the palace in 1914. Not sure what you're referring to. So, and there you go. So when Dagmara came to let's say when Dagmara came to Russia, and when she first, I would say, when they agreed, like when the marriage was settled, she was supposed to marry not Alexander III, but his brother, his elder brother. Nixa. His name was Nicholas. Uh, and they were in love. They were just about to get married, but Nixa fell ill. He had tuberculosis, meningitis, so something like that, some meningitis, and he died at the age of 21. And Maria Fedorovna was inconsolable, obviously, and the only person who could actually help her, comfort her, was Alexander the third, so the second brother to Nixa, and they fell in love and they got married. But there is a saying, in that year when it happened in 1865. So there was a tradition, in the courts of Europe, whenever somebody like died, there was a tragedy or death in imperial and royal families of Europe, all the parties, all the entertainment was supposed to be cancelled. But the Austrian court decided not to cancel the party, which pretty much hurt Maria Feodorovna. We can't really say what exactly happened, but she considered it a huge disrespect. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you so much for the link. It must be the link for the palace, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. So let me just show you. And exactly 25 years later, this thing happened. There was supposed to be a big Christmas party in one of the royal palaces in the downtown called Anichkov Palace. It was supposed to happen, and Maria Fedorovna had a huge, like a beautiful dress, and Karl Fabergé jewelry prepared. But then a big tragedy happened, and we are on our way to see the Christmas fun, and I'm talking about the tragedy. Okay, well, let's just leave it for a moment. If you don't mind. So I want to show you the palace from the other side, from a bit afar, and then we're gonna join in the Christmas fun, the New Year fun. So the Meerling tragedy happened in Austria. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but I will show you. So the Meerling tragedy is the Crown Prince of Austria. You see, Rudolf um, allegedly killed his mistress, Baroness Marie Wetzera, and then he killed himself. We don't know what exactly happened there. Some drama for sure, but that was a big scandal. That was a big tragedy for the Austrian court, and obviously all the parties were supposed to be cancelled. But Maria Feodorovna nailed it. So she said the party is on, but she commissioned to everyone dress in black. And let me show you how that black Christmas ball looks like. So in just about a week, all the ladies were supposed to find another dresses, shining black dresses. And obviously, I would say it was pretty expensive. All the tailors, everybody were in a hurry, and obviously they were not supposed to make the empress angry, the dowager empress. That's an interesting party. Yes, so the black Christmas party. Yes, you see, it was beautiful, and actually the dress uh, here is exactly the dress from that party. So that's a dress. So it would be a fair thing to say that many people, well, is behind her back, would consider her Black Widow after that. In a way, in a way. So that's how she nailed it. Just let Austria feel the taste of their own medicine in a way. Well, so that was just a fun, quite unusual Christmas party related to the Yelagin Palace and Park. And nowadays, the palace is a museum. After the revolution, it was a museum of like everyday life, of the obviously aristocratic everyday life, which basically was used as means of propaganda to show how rich people couldn't care less about the poor, about the workers, the factories and peasants. Let me show it. Maybe I can zoom it in a little bit for you. Not really sure. Let's see. No, it's still too dark. That's too bright, too dark, too bright. Well, maybe something like that. Oh, that's not too bad actually. I like it. Then it would be used, by the Soviets for their different purposes. And then the war came, and the palace was badly damaged. Actually, very badly damaged. So let me show you a few images on my phone, which is almost frozen now, but I think I can make it. Yes, there you go. So that's what was left after the war, or this is the. I'll show that image just in a moment. That's the interiors of the big ballroom from the inside. Thank you, Caris and James, for the tipping. Thank you so much. And the previous image is this one. So after the war, after the siege, which lasted for 900 days after the war, already as early as 1960s, the restoration was finished. It was the first palace to be fully, completely restored. Yes, exactly. So just the bricks survived. That was it. Just a few more, just one more image. So you see, they're absolutely. So there's just two floors, and there were three floors in the palace, turned into one because all the floors collapsed. Part of the roof collapsed. It's devastated, and it's devastating to look at it. But and just one more thing before we. So after the restoration, it just became like some sort of a resort for the workers of the Soviet factories, of Leningrad factories. And then, so the whole park was turned into the park. It's called the Park of Rest and Culture of the Soviet people, named after Kirov. Sergei Kirov was, let's say, the big and loyal associate of Joseph Stalin. He was assassinated, and after Kirov's death, Stalin would commission to name everything after Kirov. That was just that was a thing, like the Kirov theater, the Mariinsky theater. And now the stunning lamps really add to the ambience exactly, and all these decorations. So for about, I would say, 40, 50, yeah, 50 years or so, this has been one of the probably most favorite parks of the Soviet people, of the Leningraders. I love the lights. So there has always been the skating rink. So it's actually written Katok. It's a very popular. Um, it was a very popular spot. There has always been the skating rink. There has always been the Christmas tree. So let me take you closer to the Christmas tree. We will get back to the palace too. There's one more story I want to share with you. So, but I really want to show you around a little bit. So I promised you the market. So with with all these changes and readjustment of this new COVID restrictions, so the market has been pretty heavily reduced. But we still have it. There are still some things to show. It's my luck. Whenever I want to show a skating ring, there would be some body machine, cleaning it, with no really people skating. But that's all. I hope that's all right with you. So and again, there are not too many people here because we haven't even started our celebrations. So tomorrow I'll be able to tell you in details why Russia is behind most of the Western world and celebrating the New Year holidays. It would have been lovely, but the positive is that you have saved for fortune. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. So let me show you around the market. Then I'm gonna tell just a few more things about the palace, just a bit of history, showing you some more photographs. So there you go. So that's pretty festive. So these are Russian Santas. Some of them you might have seen on my Christmas market tour just about a week ago. So they are not exactly Santas. We call them Father Frost. So Father Frost is the symbol of basically Russian winter. In the pagan times, people used to believe in like the gods, the spirits of every natural phenomenon. So there was Frost, the Father Frost. He was seen as a like an old man with a very long beard, and so then it just became the symbol of the new year and Christmas when Russia started celebrating it the Western way. Let's put it this way. You can never get enough of the other countries' versions of Santa. Yes, exactly, Andrew. And it's so nice. I love this diversity. So these are all wooden, handmade Father Frosts. Or like these ones. Loving them. They're lovely. Yes, Karen, indeed. They are lovely. They are lovely. And I like it that there are no real people here. So it's like our own Christmas market. Look at these matryoshkas with Father Frosts. it's like it's like killing two birds with one stone. Yes, and these are like pyramids of Christmas trees. Front row to the market. Exactly. You got the VIP seats for sure. And the girl, я друзьям своим рассказываю. Uh, and you see the girls here. So these girls are Snegurочkas. Snegurочка, like a snow maiden. She's a granddaughter to Father Frost. It's a pure Soviet time invention when the Soviet Union, so after the revolution, Christmas and the New Year would be prohibited. And then only in 1935, Joseph Stalin will finally say no to New Year celebrations. Of course, no Christmas was allowed because it was a religious holiday. Like Soviet government decided that Father Frost would just cope probably with so many Soviet kids wanting the gifts. So they just decided to provide Father Frost with Snegurочка, snow maiden, a granddaughter that would help, that would assist him with you know, um, delivering presents and everything. I love that bauble. А можно посмотреть поближе? I really love that blue and white bauble. Да, можно зайти. We are invited inside the whole thing. Здравствуйте. Как классно. Спасибо большое. It's so warm. У вас так тепло. Можно я останусь? May I please just stay here? Oh, look at all these baubles. Это все деревянные? It's wooden, handmade. Oh, как классно. They're so gorgeous. А кто это делает? Наши художники. Питерские художники? А это какое-то одно предприятие или разные? So like a different local artists. Look. So these are all wooden baubles, like best. I would say I've never seen baubles like that in any of the markets so far. I am in heaven. So this is a matryoshka, Russian doll. So you like a nesting doll. So you open it and there would be a smaller doll inside, and there could be 5, 10, 15 dolls. So matryoshka basically means mother. This is a typical Russian winter landscape. I'm in love. It's a VIP access to the New Year fairy tale Russian style. Oh, I'm in love. And oh, look at this. Not this, but this. Well, these are all beautiful. This looks like Fabergé egg to me with this salmon enamel. Well, you remember it was the favorite color of the wife of Nicholas II. So you remember those who were the Fabergé tour. So this white and blue ornament. Well, I'm a big fan of blue color, and there is like ceramics in the gel style. I like this combination. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. О, these are матрешкас. А можно открыть, да, матрешку показать? Мне надо показать. Вот да, вот такую. Да, можно просто продемонстрировать. So yes, it's pretty. Yeah, so pretty traditional matryoshkas, adorned in the kakhlama style. It's just the name of the region where it started. So, oh, so oops, this one. Okay, hold on a moment. I'm just not sure if I can pick it up. I can pick it up. And this that's the smallest one. That's the smallest one. I love it. Ой, можно ее достать, да, вот самую маленькую? So there are like 5 inside, right? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Look at that. So this is not even the tiniest matryoshkas you can find. Oh, Daniel, so you're actually into decorative, like applied arts? Look at this. Oh, such a cutie. Yeah, of a peanut size, exactly. Or maybe an almond, maybe of an almond size. Классно, спасибо вам большое, так здорово. And look at these. Oh, wow. Look at these gorgeous ladies. So these are all like mothers. This is them. So there are 10. So 10 and one mom. Oh, I love it. Totally forgot the word just slipped my mind. So this kind of toy that wouldn't actually, I've forgotten the word. What's the word for it? So Daniel, Yoma Droshka has 10 pieces in it. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, but this is VIP shopping. A minute because we've been let inside the the shop. Look at these gorgeous shawls. Это Павлопосадки? Или... Ага. Ah, uh-huh. So there is a town in Russia called Pavlov Posad. It's like not far from Moscow, and so their style is unique and like original, and so this is like their style, like genuine Russian shawls. So they can be made of like the most original one will be made from wool or silk. So this is a like a combination, but this is also like a distinctive Russian style. I'm loving it. These shows are gorgeous. The blue one would suit me. Oh yeah, for sure. I have a blue one, actually a present from my friends, but a much smaller one of a light blue, like some turquoise color even. Yeah, this one is beautiful. Really, oh, lovely. Okay, so okay, now I need to somehow make sure I don't push anything. Спасибо вам большое. Спасибо, так здорово. Да, да. О, так, а как выйти? Я не могу выйти. А, вот. Look at this hand knitted socks. Now I need to jump. Ah, спасибо вам огромное. Спасибо. Clive, better hide the wallet somewhere safe. All right. Merry Christmas. Obviously, Russians are aware of Santa Claus, and yeah, it's like in Russia we pretty much, share the vibes of Christmas too. Okay, just a few more things to show you. Let's go. I'm loving it. So it's like front row, it's like VIP seats. Our small market, the honey thing, the honey thing. Здравствуйте. Honey. Откуда мед? Да? Питер? So this is a very local honey. There is an area not far from St. Petersburg called Tosno. There's actually a pretty nice aristocratic estate there, and this is the local honey. А какой у вас самый классный необычный мед? Один? Ага. Oh, right. Yeah, I just asked the gentleman if there are different kinds and what is the best kind, but they said it is the only kind because I would say that St. Petersburg region is pretty scarce in, yeah, I want to try it, in different herbs and flowers. So bees don't have really much choice, don't really have much fun, but we still have honey, and I'm gonna taste it. Ну, хороший, холодный, но хороший. It's good. It's cold, but good. I like honey. А есть ваша визиточка? No, wait. So there you go. So just in case if you're interested in really, really local honey of the Leningrad region, you can actually follow them. You know, I love local, local craftsmen, local businesses that I believe we should support. So just a local farm, Northern Honey. It's a very good name. And I love the candles. Они из пчелиного воска? Oh, look at all these beeswax candles. Oh, the angels. А сколько стоит? 150 rubles. Они пахнут, когда горят? And they smell honey, when you burn it. Oh, so cool. And pianics, of course. Russian spice bread. Oh, this is old Russian alphabet. Oh, amazing. I've never seen anything like this. Ну, правда, я такого не видела. So it's Russian gingerbread, but the traditional gingerbread is actually not made of ginger. Are you going back to shop, Anna? Which shop? А сколько вот такой стоит? 500 rubles. And there's a filling inside. Russian canned milk, but boiled canned milk and nuts. I love it. So Azbuki Vedi, so the old Russian alphabet. This is heavy. This is heavy. And of course, gingerbread man. Shop. Any shop. Going back. No. But I'm getting hungry. I am getting hungry. Oh, and the herbal tea. Local herbs. What kind of herbs? Actually, the leaves of the apple tree. Ivan tea is a very common herb. Well, you can actually find it in many regions of Russia, but Ivan tea is known to really soothe you. It's very good for your sleep. You know, mint, melissa, blackcurrant leaves, sea buckthorn, amazing. All this is, and it's only 100 rubles. Amazing, amazing. I wish you were here. And homemade jams. Look at that. So strawberry, raspberry, blackcurrant. My goodness, I love it. Star on top of tree is red. Is that same in homes? Valerie, I would say, спасибо вам большое, очень классно, спасибо. I would say that before the Soviet times, the tree topper would be also the star, but not green, but not red, just a star. Obviously, to the Bethlehem star, right? So this was the symbol. How many ants would be like 8? On that star. Sorry, I can't remember now. So, but the Soviets, when they returned a new year to Russia, to the Soviet people, they specified, they made it like they wanted to have like red stars. Because red was the official color of the Soviet Union, right? Mary, thank you so much. I am in my happy place. A few more things to show. Look at these gorgeous things. They're like music boxes. Everything is moving. Oh, loving it. Nativity? Is that a nativity? It's a nativity thing. It's a nativity handmade music box. Look, wood. Water for life. I'm loving it. Water for life. I'm definitely sharing the details. Loving it. Oh, the music boxes. They're pretty expensive. I mean, well, some of them around 50 US dollars, some even more expensive. But my goodness, look at that, the amount of work. It's handmade. Look at these bears, the polar bears. Oh, this is around probably 60 US dollars. Loving it. I'm absolutely in love with it. The ballet, of course. Of course. all the way from the Kirov Ballet Theater, which is now back to its original name, Mariinsky. Oh, so lovely. Thank you for sharing the links, Karen. You're my shopping assistant. Not the shop, but shopping assistant. Loving it. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, right. So, well, it's my life. Probably they're not gonna let anyone in before I'll get down to dessert. I've left something for dessert, and a minute. Literally, there's gonna be a dessert. I'm gonna be sharing with you just one more bit of story about the palace, which I totally forgot to share. Um, you were interested what what's going on in the Soviet times and in the post-war times, but there was also the First World War times, and Russia was horrendously affected by the First World War, which resulted in the revolution. Well, it was like one of the reasons. So I want to show you just a few photographs over here. So Maria Feodorovna, the second Maria Feodorovna, right? So mother to Nicholas II. She was the head of the Red Cross, of Russian Red Cross. And exactly in Yelagin Palace, there was the hospital, there was the headquarters. And from here, all the nurses would be, well, after like big checkups and big gatherings, they would be sent to the front. Adam of the lamppost, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we'll go Adam, obviously. Thank you so much for your interest in the street lamps, for sure. So just a few images. So I promised to show you. We'll go Adam, just don't worry. And what I'm showing you is the building of the horse tables, of the imperial horse tables. My other hand is a bit frozen. So well, just for example, over here, this is Maria Feodorovna with one of her children, with one of her sons, Mikhail Alexandrovich, who could have become the next emperor after Nicholas II had abdicated, but he refused, and he gave the power to the provisional government. And you know the story. Those who uh, saw my revolution series, and this picture was taken exactly in Yelagin Palace, in the Yelagin Park. So the lampposts, yes, on the count of three, I'm going Adam. So shout out to Adam in Budapest on the count of three. One, two, three. I think we should be paying him for this. I love this meme. Okay, so the lampposts, they are work of art in itself. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm loving it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, most welcome, dears. Most welcome. Okay, so no, that's what happens when you can't really feel your fingers when they get numb. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I promised you the dessert. So I'm gonna have my dessert, and you're gonna have a bit of the too. I want to share with you a very, very local dessert that many of you might find extremely familiar, but yet different. Okay, so there we go. You should see my dessert face. So I'm also thinking of some hot drink. That's my dessert face. Okay, almost here, almost here. And that's a lovely spot to dine. Okay. Здравствуйте. А можно мне просто пышки и какао? А вот минимум. Да. Можно по карте, да? Hold on a moment. Uh-huh. You want to move as soon as you can, Brenda. This is so lovely of you. This is so kind of you. This is so nice of you to say that. It really, it's so heartwarming to know that people are interested. If I want to see my city. No cucumber beer to warm up. No, no, I'm gonna have a. Um, oh, thank you, Coco. Have a look. Спасибо. So I have it in one hand. So just give me a moment. Okay, so these are Russian donuts. Give me a moment. I want my hot chocolate. Okay, my hot, hopefully very hot chocolate. Yes, okay, a very hot chocolate. Good. So, dear haygoers, this is Russian donuts. Actually, Leningrad donuts. Uh, no mild wine. Not really into mild wine because actually I think that with Russian donuts, mild wine is not really. It's not really the best company, for Russian donuts. Okay, so let me. I need a sanitizer, and I will let you know about Russian donuts. So in St. Petersburg, we call donuts. In Russia, there are two words for donuts. There is a word ponchik, and there is a word pishka. So in St. Petersburg, in Leningrad, this is all pishka. But in the rest of the country and in Moscow is ponchik. So ask my colleague from Moscow, Anna, to take you to Ostankino, to the very old ponchik place. And then I'll be taking you to the oldest pishka place in Leningrad. So the difference from like the European donuts is that we don't have any. So we only have just the sugar powder icing. We don't have anything else on it. There is no anything inside, and it's like deep fried in oil and everything. So that's it. Just the sugar powder. That's it. Yes. But I want to share with you one story that you might find pretty fascinating. But first, I'm gonna need my bite of it. Mm. 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 This is good. Oh, you know, is this song by Megan Trainor? If I was you, I wanna be me too. So I think you really wanna be me now. Mm. Okay, so in 1920s, a Russian emigre in Russian emigre in 1920s, his name was hold on a moment. So Adolf Levitt, he came from a Jewish family from Russia, from the Russian Empire, right after the collapse of the Russian Empire, after the revolution. This is him. So he is the one on the left. Let me know if you maybe I can. No, it's better to be done this way. So he is front left, Adolf Levitt. That's him. So he opened a small donut shop on Broadway, and he invented that famous donut machine. So the inventor of famous American donut machine was actually Russian-born, uh, sort of an engineer. I would say go-getter. Can you imagine that? And then he opened one more donut shop and placed his huge machine on the Times Square. And this is the photograph. So I would say that the donuts, the way we know them nowadays, and the donut machines that everybody was so fascinated with, they actually, I would say, like a joint venture of Jewish Russian blood and American soil, if it makes sense what I'm saying. Kosher Ellie. Okay, so let me now scroll the chat a little bit because I've definitely lost track of it.
So if there are like questions or you want something me to comment on, if you want me to comment on anything, just feel free to type it again, okay? Andrew, you always want to be me. Oh my goodness. So thank you everyone for your kind words. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, sometimes it's a fun thing, to be like a virtual guide because you just want to share the bit of experience with your audience, but there's no other way to do it but just do it yourself. Just right about to do that myself. On behalf of you all, yes, it's all for you, right? Like in the some other song, okay. Mm, so cool. It's very, yes, it's cold. So are you sure you want to be me, Andrew? Because it's super cold. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let me go through the chat as I'm showing you the tree with no people around. This I can't imagine any like New Year market without any people, but it's been our private Yelagin Park visit and front row market. Absolutely. Luz, thank you so much. This is very kind of you. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, everyone. Barbara Nelson, how can you walk? No, I was born in Siberia, so I know how to walk in snow. That's it. It runs in your blood, you know. Krispy Kreme and all donut machines got it stuck from there. Yes, Valerie, I know. So when I when I dig deeper on the subject, I was surprised myself. So I really wanted to share it with you. I just have one of these posts on my Instagram. Feel free to follow. It's Anna full stop your guide. So this has been it. You see, it's so frozen. So thank you so much, dear Haygovers, for joining this tour. And thank you for your understanding and for your flexibility. Thank you for joining 1 hour and a half earlier because this all would be closed very soon. You wouldn't want to miss that, right? So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, if there are any questions, please. It's just the last opportunity to send them in right now. Again, okay. So tomorrow, Palace Square tomorrow night. Christmas and New Year royal style traditions, some fun facts, interesting places. Then on the 29th, I'm taking you to the spot where the oldest Soviet New Year decorations factory used to work. It's called Lenin Grushka. Recently, the new New Year decoration workshop opened on that site, and they're trying to keep up with the old traditions to save the heritage. And we're gonna see the collection of Soviet New Year toys, New Year decorations, and also we're gonna see how the New Year baubles are made from the very beginning when it's glass tubes to the very end. It's much longer process than we saw on that tour about the Museum of Christmas Decorations. And then I'm going to decorate a bauble with you too. So send, feel free to send me the ideas of what I should depict there. And the last tour this year, right? So on the 30th of December, I'm taking you to one more quite hipster style New Year market to the New Holland Island to the bottle building. We didn't see it when we toured there a few weeks ago because it wasn't there and we had no idea if it actually would be there, but it is there. And I want to take you there just for some more shopping and then grab a snack, grab a drink, and talk about modern day New Year celebrations in Russia. This is it. Thank you everyone for joining. Let me see your boots. My boot like this. These are Echo shoes. Echo shoes. Yeah, we love Echo. My shoes. No, I'm not doing a tour on January 1st. No, I'm not doing a tour. But on January 7th, me and John Wright, an awesome UK guide, are gonna do this our like a joint tour, like an interview about guiding, about like insights into the guiding, and also it will be going live like he did with Alex from Melbourne. So it's gonna be fun. Feel free to join. It might be already scheduled, but I'm not really sure if it's scheduled. So just check it out on John's channel. Make sure you follow his channel, John Wright, like heygo.com/John Wright. I'm sure everybody knows him. I'm looking forward to that too. Yes, it's been so much fun. Thank you so much, everyone. Right now, I'm gonna kill those pushkas, and then I'm gonna rush back home. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Looking forward to guide you tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and on the 30th. So it's been so much fun. Thank you so much. I'd love to see all the postcards. And yeah, just okay. There you go. This is for you. Yes. No, this is for me. Sorry. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. Okay, let me just wrap it up by showing you not the half-eaten whiskas, but something else. Something else. Okay, let it be this. The empty skating rink. It's all ours. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Happy holidays.